How did you switch on? Hello? Hello. Is that okay? Yeah. Well, I did have a speech, but I don't know. It doesn't work out that way. Anyway, I'll say good afternoon and welcome to everybody that's here. She's told me where to put it, and I know where it'll go. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're married. Sorry, shouldn't really say that. It's all right. When you've been married 37 years, you get used to it. Sorry. Back to my speech. Good afternoon, welcome everybody. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for being here. I'm rushing it to slow down on this very special day. I know that some of you travelled a long way to be here, and we do appreciate that, especially from the Isle of Wight. I'll try and keep my speech short and sweet, just like my daughter. Sweet, I don't know. And anyone that has a daughter will know that they can be very controlling and very bossy. But never did I ever expect that she would become my actual boss. But she is, and she's a good one. Sometimes. And Grafter sends his love and best wishes. We'll explain that later. Turn the sheet over. Need someone to turn the sheet over. I mean, I've written this down, but it says you both look fantastic and amazing. But you do. Absolutely stunning. You look like something out of an OK magazine. You do. You do. Absolutely beautiful. The pair of you, Chris. We were never sure whether it was going to be a Justin Bieber or a Zac Efron wedding. I was looking forward to that wedding. That'd have been good.
Still time.
Stop it, stop it, stop it. But she's actually got one better, and she's found Chris. Oh. Good old Chris. Oh, hey. Oh, I can do that. Hey, that'll be an opportunity next. Right, so, yeah, she found Chris, but we were very, very concerned at the fact that she found him in Magaluf. Because we didn't know what to expect when we first met him. But I have to say, Chris, you're the best. I couldn't pick anyone better. Getting a bit emotional, sorry. Brilliant. Honestly, thanks. It's just amazing. So, that's about it. If you would like to please raise your glasses. I'm loving this, you're not getting me off. And any requests? I did it my way. I've had a few. Too few to mention. No, let's, right, please. No, you won't. They'll disconnect the microphone. Right, so please, will you raise your glasses and wish them a long and happy future to a perfect couple, Chris and Jazz. I love you both, and cheers.
Love you.
Love you. Cheers.
Well done, Nelson.
And anyone that's at the bar and can hear me, I'll have a pint. I hope that was okay.
Amazing.
Was that all right?
Amazing. It was amazing, Dad.
I've practiced that for 6 months.
Thank you.
All right, get them off. Get them off or get me off.
Graham, proud of you, son. Absolutely.
I'll see you later.
Please don't. Right, thanks Graham. Honestly, that was a top speech, which I don't think I'm going to be able to follow, but
You can.
but here we go. I'll try not to take too much of your time, but on behalf of my new wife, Jazzy, and I, we just want to thank everyone for coming today. It really does mean a lot to have like all of our friends and family here. And I've realised I'm dropping like in there like I'm a Geordie now, which I'm definitely not. But hey, I want to thank my parents first for all the support they've given to both Jazzy and me throughout our lives. I know I certainly wouldn't be where I am today without you two, so thank you. Really appreciate it. There is one thing they weren't too keen on, and that was me going off to work in Magaluf again when I was about 25. But I honestly wouldn't have changed that summer abroad for the world, because that's where I met my Jazzy. I'm sure I did get a few comments of, isn't it about time you got a real job? But it wasn't.
It worked out well.
Yeah. I also want to thank, well, Graham firstly, for giving me the blessing to marry your daughter. I know she's kind of so important to you, and she really will always be my number one priority. Not just you, Graham, but Julie and Ben and Alan as well. You're out there somewhere. Like,
There they are.
they're over there. You've all welcomed me up here so well and become part of a family. So thank you so much. I really do have the best in-laws. It's brilliant, and it's not just because you're all Man United fans as well, really. So. Yeah, there's a few boos out there. I mean, we're shit now anyway, so it's fine. And then to the groomsmen, thank you so much. The stag was unbelievable. I think I got off quite lightly in comparison to some people's stags, but I had the best time ever. Ash, I had a little anecdote here about you cliff jumping naked in Croatia, but I think one that tops it is this morning. What any groom needs on the morning of his wedding is for his best man to block his toilet. So cheers for that, man. Means a lot.
I hope you unblocked it.
He did. It's safe. It's safe. We're good. But yeah. And then Luke as well. Thank you so much for everything you did helping to arrange that stag do. And a big shout out to you and Liam for Sioux Culture doing all the tuxes today. They look good. They look amazing. And Sophie, Brogan, Amy, just a massive thank you to all of you around the room. You do so much for Jazzy. You're all looking stunning today, as ever. And you've had the pleasure of organising not one but two hen do's for Jazzy. Although I think on the MAGA one, day 2 was pretty much a write-off. But, you know, that's life. But you all had the kind of enjoyable experience of going to the Magaluf strip, which was where me and Jazzy... Maggie? Maggie. Me and Jazzy first fell for each other. Well, we'll cut that out of the video, yeah? Yeah. God. Maggie May. Yeah, we'll get some Rod Stewart on later. Yeah, that'll be hers for now. And finally, I won't call her Maggie this time, but I'd like you all to just raise a glass to my new bride. Honestly, we've all seen you today and you look unbelievable. You really do. I'm not sure how I got so lucky.
You and me both.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, who thought when we'd got on that plane to Mallorca that 7 years later we'd be here getting married? But like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world, and I couldn't imagine spending it with anyone else. So, yeah, if you'd all like to raise a glass to Jazzy. And now,
I'm not sure you should pass that, Michael.
yeah, this is kind of passing you guys into the unknown now. So we could be up for anything here, but I'd like to pass you over to my best man, Ash.
Oh yeah, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris. Right, better unlock it. Hold on.
passcode in.
Sweet. Oh. I am slow when I'm nervous, so
You got this.
You've got this, Ash.
thank you. Thank you. So, it's not that bad, don't worry. So, Chris and I have known each other since the beginning of middle school. We're a bit of an unlikely pairing. He was a really weird kid, and I naturally was the good-looking one. At 16, we discovered we'd both chosen exactly the same subjects at school: maths, physics, geography, and history. The big dog, meaty subjects. That's, of course, how Chris and I bonded for our love of studying. At school, I remember us giggling our way through class, playing a lot of table football. Loads, yeah. And luckily, we've been training our wrists for quite a while. The later teens, I remember listening to pop punk, getting drunk on schnapps, and fearfully holding on to our pants. This was that craze of dropping people's pants at inappropriate moments. It was incredibly toxic. Oh, and trying to get girls to talk to us.
Unsuccessfully.
We figured that out though, bro.
We did.
Anyway, a long teenage story short, we got the grades. Chris spelt BBC, and mine spelt duh. So Chris went off to uni, and I got kicked out of school. But you can't have it all. Chris got the brains. I got the looks, remember? So Chris went off to Newcastle Uni, known for its geography degrees and its sweet ratio of girls to guys. I went for the Navy, known for its sweet ratio of guys. Now, I never really found out what uni was like, but hearing from Chris, it was hard. That's when his studying really began. For anyone who hasn't been, quite a few people go there, all sharing dorms, learning and living school. Total Harry Potter vibes. Revising bloody hard, I bet. Drinking coffee, writing essays, giving apples to lecturers. I'm just going by what I've been told. Apparently they were up studying all day and all night. I imagined him scribbling away about tectonic plates, inspiring. All I'd learned in adolescence was drinking and drugs. And I thank God Chris didn't get mixed up in any of that. But uni isn't just study. It's about meeting up with people and sharing experiences. And Chris was always sharing with me all the nice girls he had got to know. I'll be real, I was jealous. I was surrounded by men. But I discovered it all looks the same when bent over. Now, I don't want to paint a one-sided picture of Chris here. You do have to slay a few dragons before you get to the princess. If he finds a girl he likes, he commits. Here's a story showing that he's not just a cold-hearted player. I once got a late-night call from Chris's phone. He'd recently broken up with a girlfriend. "Hi, we found your friend. He's crying a lot. He's rolling around on the floor in the bus lane. He's clutching his heart, screaming, 'It's broken!' He's shouting, "Ring Ash! Ring Ash!" "Ash, are you in the club?" I smiled, honoured I was still his go-to. I was in a barracks hundreds of miles away, trying furiously to find a position on a camp bed that created the possibility of sleep, before another week of obstacle courses and steamy group showers. He was laying on the floor somewhere. It was obvious. F this broken mattress, sleep on the floor. Smart idea, my teary friend. So now I summon the ultimate pep talk for Chris. They're all snakes in the grass, bro. Come on, let's zip up your man suit, dry your eyes. You'll find another girlfriend. You're not that weird. And of course, that girl on the phone sounded fit, is she? Obviously, after that solid chat, Chris was on cloud 9. I advised the girls I was not in the club. Do not let him get run over by a bus. And add me on Facebook if you're that pang. Needless to say, I received 0 calls from that girl. Chris, I assumed, was fixed. No, there are many actually cool stories with me and Chris. Nights out, festivals, and adventures. Most of them are not kosher to tell here, and somehow involve my balls.
Usually.
Feel free to ask us later about eating minions in Hungary, robbing houses in Mallorca, bare-knuckle fights in Vietnamese flower shops, motorbike getaways while police beat up fellow ravers. That's crazy. Waking up naked, covered just in paint, with German girls feeding us avocado. But most importantly, please ask Chris why he's called a strawberry. But I am going to bring up the stag. This was one of the best I've been on, likely because it was truly well organised by Luke and Liam. There I met some of Chris's northern monkey mates properly. Here's the recipe. Fast boats. Graham? Yeah. Enjoyed. Fast cars. Mark? Yeah. Where's Mark? Yeah, that was some rapid taxis, wasn't it? Crazy. This guy got the second fastest speed in Croatia. Drop dead drinking, Brian. Absolutely paying food and accommodation, and plenty of bare skin. Am I right, Benji? Enjoyed. I'll remember the phenomenal views we saw. I know the gents will remember to bring me a spare pair of trunks. I genuinely don't recall seeing Chris without a grin on his face. I should have known Chris's stag would consist of really class individuals. Genuine attracts genuine. Each bloke was truly themselves and valued the differences between us. I'm not saying we're the best since Hovis, but it was really nice to see. Chris himself has evolved in my eyes throughout the years, like every good man who wills to learn and improve should. He started off chipper, charming, and loyal. This has only intensified. I'm proud of the man he's become and remained. That's a credit to him. But also, after spending time with his parents over the years, clearly them. And now, ever so clearly, the friends he's chosen up here to surround himself in. But most crucially, the person that has been helping my friend continue to grow week by week and year is his wife. The proof in my mind she is the one for him, and vice versa, is the resulting loving man he has become. You may think I hold it against you for keeping Chris up here, stolen from the quaint villages we grew up in. And I've not put much effort into getting to know you. But that's all in the past now. Your family, Jenny. Now, I've got some closing wisdom for you, Straubs.
Yep.
And I think we learnt this really on the stag. Ask Neil. The bloke's been married for 30-odd years.
Who's he? He's over there.
My missus won't let me go back to Croatia. Continue doing whatever you're doing. Nothing's changed. Enjoy the new title.
Oh, man. Good fucking speech. Good speech. Brilliant. Loved it.
I'm glad you did.
Absolutely fabulous.
Likewise. Likewise.
Well done, mate.
Oh, thanks.
Enjoy.
Oh, are you giving it to me? Or you can keep going.
Oh, it's just going to be a hug.
Thank you. Smashed it. Well, I was nervous, and well, Ash has obviously absolutely smashed that, as did Graham. Well done, guys, and Chris. Sorry. No, I mean, I was nervous, but I mean, not as nervous as Jazz was this morning. And I think we can all agree she had nothing to be nervous about, because look how incredible she looks. Round of applause for the bride. Chris and Jazz, thank you so much for this morning. It's been amazing so far. I'd also like to thank Julie, Graham, Brian and Pauline. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for helping out so much today. But mostly, thank you for creating these two just incredible humans that Luke and I have had the honour of... Don't. Luke and I have had the honour of calling our best friends for the last however many years it's been now. Thank you. Right. I'd also like to thank Ben and Amy. Where are you guys? Well done for being on time. So, there comes a time in your life where you meet your soulmate, your one true love. Well, that happened for Jazz about 10 years ago when she met me. Our eyes met from across the salon, this little bundle of joy with a love of karaoke, musicals, and 80s music. I thought, we're going to be best friends. She then soon became part of the girl group that are still here today. Shout out to you guys. So she then also quickly decided that obviously at this point she was single. She was going to become Luke and mine permanent for third wheel until she met, of course, the one. Well, I was starting to think, was this day ever going to come? But that was until she returned home from Magaluf, summer of 2015, with the name Chris tattooed on her bum. Well, I then was starting to think, well, this posh guy you met in Magaluf, she was trying to tell me, you'll love him, Soph, you'll get along great. I thought, not too sure. You've now got his name permanently tattooed on your body. You met in Maga, and you were rather pissed most of the time. Correct.
Well, as many of you know, Chris doesn't fit that at all. Chris, you are the most kind, loving person to my best friend, Jazz. That is, of course, unless you're in the car, friend in a sunbed, or watching football. But honestly, Chris, thank you for being so selfless and kind. Me and Luke absolutely love you, and I couldn't think of a better man to marry my best friend. So, are we ready, guys? This is it. The bit Jazz has been dreading. The drunken stories.
I love them.
The times when my Jazzy truly shines, from being my first partner on the dance floor, my duo through shallows, to sharing the toilet the next morning. Well, Jazz, and a few others, you'll be happy to know what happened in MAGA. It didn't stay in MAGA. Let's just say there was a Top Gun night. Yes. And Jazz did not come back quite as heroic as Tom Cruise. There was a few wet beds, a few stolen handbags, and of course, another tattoo.
What? Not me.
Don't worry,
Not me.
it's not Jazz. She is in this room though. We'll let you know later. Anyway, to round this up, Jazz, you do look unbelievably beautiful. Beautiful today. Thank you so much for being the bestest friend that I could ever ask for. Oh, see, now I have to do that sentence and I can't. I love you.
I love you too.
Right. So Jazz has also asked me to say a few words because she thought I would be crying by the end. But no, can we all please take a moment to remember all the loved ones who are sadly no longer with us, but are watching over this beautiful day. Thank you. And can I ask everyone to stand, because I'm the last one. Raise your glasses to the bride and groom, to Jazz and Chris.
Jazz and Chris.